I'm excited for this, and here's the situation. Just a few weeks ago, WWN Proving Ground, we had, get this, Ron, these 3 athletes facing off. It was for the then Cruiserweight Championship. Triple pin. A triple pin. Our WWN Commissioner, Rick Thames, came out, held up the championship, and the WWN Championship Committee got together and they said, look, let's get with the times. This is a world of multimedia. This is a world where we digest media so many different ways, whether it's streaming on a cell phone, beaming from the freaking moon, bottom line. Hell, we're streaming live right now on WWNlive.com and Club WWN. So bottom line was we are with the times, and this is the inaugural WWN Multi-media Championship being crowned. All 3 athletes with the credentials to win it tonight, Ron.
I've said it several times in the past that if I was a betting man, my money's on Daniel Starling. This guy's just brings something special to. How about that cape that he wore to the ring? You gotta be a guy pretty confident in your abilities. Thrown over the top like yesterday's trash. Zavior takes a big forearm across the back from Tyler Uriah, who's raining down rights and left. Drake Zavior, unfortunately, blocking every one of those shots with his face and his head.
The viciousness there from Tyler Uriah on display. And I think all these guys have in mind, like I mentioned, this WWN Multimedia Championship is about getting with the times. Well, every match for this championship will appear on every single social media platform that WWN has. You will be seen by more eyes than any of our champions across all of the brands at WWN. That Shine, Full Impact Pro, WWN Proving Ground, and so forth. Beautiful drop kick. Those are eyeballs you want.
Am I going to be able to watch it on my AOL dial-up?
Believe it or not, we still have an AOL account,
Yes.
and you never know. We might find it could be on Prodigy as well. Netscape, use that browser.
Hey, but WWN's always been on the cutting edge of technology and multimedia. We're everywhere. Been everywhere.
Started streaming, 20 years ago. Beautiful sweep of the leg there by Zavior, and the kick to the back of Tyler. And I know I was describing why this championship's exciting. All the while, Tyler was just vicious as hell, but in trouble now. Pinfall. Junior official TJ Brady making the call, but Ron, I gotta say it again. All 3 athletes, so darn good, have faced each other so many times at WWN Proving Ground under different situations, whether championships were on the line or not. These guys are coming in here basically knowing the playbook of their opponents.
And they know they're also on the stage that we've seen some of the greatest in independent wrestling come through. Mercury rising year after year, and this year no different. And some of this great young Florida talent they're being put in a situation, like you said, they've got eyes on them, they deserve it. And to win this championship tonight, it'd be like a rocket strapped to the back of any of these young men.
We saw Daniel Starling with a diving headbutt, but Drake Zavior starting to fight back. Zavior had hit that Saito on Tyler Uriah that took him out, but head first, knockout blow to Drake Zavior.
Well, Fargo strut from Starling right into a beautiful uppercut.
Starling trained by Jay Lethal, and I think has really learned a lot from Lethal. You're seeing some beautiful offense from Starling. And I got to reiterate the point about the growth. I wasn't trying to insult the guy. It's just how good Starling's gotten from the first time I saw him. Albeit that strut may be a bit of a mistake here, Ron.
Jackie Fargo would have been impressed, except for the timing on Daniel Starling was really, it's not the time to be wasting time, and he finds himself in trouble. Beautiful right. Fires away with one of his very reminiscent of Texas legend Eric Embry. Wow, those punches look, I don't know if you've ever seen any stuff of Eric Embry's out of Memphis or out of Texas. Ooh, those punches are literally, I mean, just complete, beautiful vertical.
But Zavior in there now, and suplex, but roll up into the pin. Starling just manages to kick out, and as you know, triple threat match, you need to have eyes, the back, the side, anywhere you can have eyes in your head to be able to see where your opponent's gonna come from.
And Zavior seen the window of opportunity and dove through it. You never know. Seize the opportunity because a match,
yeah, throwing his own D20 out there. Cannonball for him, and here we go. Saving throw does not work for Tyler Uriah. Been told I'm a couple additions of D&D behind on that, but regardless, very effective for Drake into the pin. But broken up in a way that could have been a knockout. Taking out Drake Zavier's Daniel Starling.
Daniel Starling looking like a young Jan Stenerud out there with that punt. Would have went about 56 yards, but left himself really wide open for that, did Zavior, and he also didn't hook the leg when he had the opportunity.
Starling with a mean streak, and you're seeing it here as Starling pulling up Uriah. Uriah finding a way to land. Discus lariat did not connect, nor did the first lariat attempt by Starling, but goodness, the head was just taken off there by Uriah.
Total decapitation. Uriah just wiping out Daniel. He's got him, Trevin.
They used to call that the clothesline from heaven, and that could have been it, but corkscrew, somersault into the pin. Zavior wins. Ron, if you had any question coming in here, if you were a fan who had never seen these three athletes, you just saw three men push each other to the limit, and because of triple threat rules, Drake Zavior very smartly taking advantage of an opening that just turned into making Drake the inaugural WWN Multi-media champion.
This will be a night that Drake Zavior will never forget. Leaving as the multimedia champion. What a moment. Glad I'm here for it, Trevin. We've been able to see such cool things over the years working with WWN, and it's stuff like this where you can look back and say, hey, you remember when? First multimedia champion.
You hear the "You Deserve It" chant here from the WWN faithful. Got to give a shout out again, Tyler Uriah, Daniel Starling. Both athletes looked great here on a big stage in WWN. We know the future is bright for the World Wrestling Network, Rod. Just an indication in this matchup.
Just the beginning of what Drake Zavior hopes is a long run as a WWN Multi-media champion.
Well, that National 20 is going to have a lot of dragons to slay in the future if Zavier's going to manage to hold on to that championship. But tonight is a night for celebration. Congratulations, Drake Zavior.